Hi guys, well this is going to be something pretty straightforward, pretty cool. How to make balloons, like interact with each other and have physics and that sort of thing. And it's pretty simple, so I'll just show you what it's like. So basically this is the end result of it. And it's very simple. So you can see the balloons are floating and they have the little tassel and then they bounce and deform when they collide with the object, and it's pretty simple, extremely simple. So I would start a new scene, but I could probably give you some more examples of what can be done with it. So like if I was supposed to take this, and you can see like all the balloons, they interact with it, and you'll be surprised on how simple it is to actually make this. Yeah, so basically it's pretty simple. And yeah, so this is how it's done. Yeah, so you can see the balloons interacting, and yeah, and you'll be surprised at what it is. So basically, I'm going to break it down and then I'm going to make a new scene. So basically it's actually an instance object. So if you go to my modifiers, you can see I have a particle instance and cloth modifier on this object. And if I was supposed to take off this, you will see it's just one simple balloon. Quickly model it, and then when I add the cloth, um, I add pressure. But first I made a vertex group because it has a tassel. So I made a vertex group so I can wait a second, right? So I can not have the pressure affecting this part of the balloon. So let me just make a scene quickly so you can actually see what is done. So let me go new, general, general, and I'm gonna save it. So this is starting from new, like totally new. So basically, first of all, what I did was I I have the old Blender method of creating, and I made a sphere. And first of all is that I decreased my number of segments in my sphere to maybe about like 7. Sorry about that. Maybe about 7. And then I would decrease the rings a bit to maybe around the same, like, or I can even leave it like this, because the more geometry that you have, the more memory it takes up. So you want to keep it as simple as possible. And then I would just I press 1 to go into front view. I'll go into to edit mode, and simply I go to faces. So I can go here, I can select faces, and I select these faces, and wait a second, computer is freezing, right, and I logged out, sorry about that. Oh man, don't do this to me, computer. Oh, sorry about this. Okay, alright, no, drag. Okay, so then I just select faces here, yeah, and then I insert, for insert, and I make the point of where the balloon has the the part you blow into, and then I go into O for proportional editing, and I just drag down the entire thing to give it that balloon shape. And then from here I would go I can insert again, like one more time. I gotta go E to extrude it, and then I go Z to make it onto the Z axis, and then I can scale it up just to give it that look of a balloon. And then from here, what I can do is I went into the edge select mode, and I just simply select some edges, and I go to 1 again, or I can go 3, and this E to extrude it, and I extrude it down. And then when I extrude it down, then I can add some more. I extrude it down, and then I would add Control R, I add some more loop cuts. Right, and then what I would do is Z, and then I would like this, I go B for box select, and I select just the part of the balloon that I want to make a group, assign to a group, and this group will be used to control where the pressure affects on the balloon. So what then I can do is I will go into my physics tab. I add a cloth modifier, cloth, yeah, and then I will just go down to pressure, and in pressure I add my vertex group to this guy, and then first of all I will go and then after this I would go Control A, and I will just apply all my transforms, and then I will go W, or I just go to shade smooth just to make it look better, right? And then from here I can go now, I will make my particle emitter. So Shift A, I add a simple plane, and I scale it up, and then in scaling it up, I Control A, I apply all transforms again. And then for this now, I would add a particle system, and I will make this number. If you have it too big, it will cause your computer to crash. So probably make it like 10 blues in the beginning, right? And then what I will do next is I can go back to this guy. I can leave this, but just to control the gravity, because you want it to float. So you can either, if you have like other like particle systems in your scene, then you just want to go to this cloth, the cloth modifier, and you just want to change the gravity in this one, like field weights. This is if you have other particle systems or physics happening in your scene. So you just go to the cloth for the single object. But if you have it like you just want to have balloons and you want this to move like a little bit better, you can go to this guy here. You go to gravity, and you can turn 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 up the gravity here. But you can also just go back into the cloth. So this is another way to change the gravity. But I will just change the gravity here, and I would make my gravity to about minus 0.4. No, that's too large. 0.2, minus 0.2. And then I'll probably test it just to see what's happening. And yeah, it's floating. So pretty cool, right? And then what I can add now is I go back to my start, and then with this selected, with the balloon selected, then I go into my modifiers and I add an instance. And the important part of all of this is that this instance modifier must be above the physics. So this can be, let's say, it can be a soft body as well. And what happens, I will show you what happens. So when I select this plane, it will give me all of this. So every single particle is an instance of this one balloon, and all of them have this applied to them already. So even though it's one object, it behaves like many objects as long as the particle instance is above the cloth or above the soft body modifier. So it always has to be above the soft body or the cloth modifier. If you use a soft body, above the soft body. If you use a cloth, above the cloth modifier, right? And yeah, so like basically if I was supposed to run it now, it would, yeah, it looks strange. But I just need to thank you, Blender. Yeah, sometimes it just behaves weird at times, but yeah, but I will fix it very shortly. So then I will go back to my this guy. No, sorry, I go back to this. I go to my particle system, and I make sure that everything starts in the same frame. Yeah, and just like that. So make sure everything starts on the same frame. And then what will happen is that no, yeah, it still wants to behave weird. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know why this happens. I don't know if it's a bug, but it just freaks out like this all the time. But yeah. Alright, I can actually, if this happens, you can also go to here and you can probably make it to local and just see if that will fix the problem. But it doesn't fix the problem. But yeah. So a lot of trial and error until you get it done the way you want it to be. Yeah. Oh man. Blender has not been cooperating with me for a good time now. It's pretty frustrating. Whew. Okay, so just keep playing around with it until something happens. Let's go to minus 0.4. And then probably I can add a physics system, a force field. I'm gonna add a what is the one? Turbulence. Yeah, and I'll probably make the strength a little bit higher. Yeah, and then I need to see what that does to it. Oh no, wait a sec. Oh man, Blender is just frustrating me so much. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it, but hey. So probably how I can fix this is if it wants to play the fool like that, I can just rotate. So select everything and then just rotate this on the x-axis, and then like rx 90. Oh no, rx minus 90, and then this should fix some of that issue that I was getting just now. Yeah, and then I can add a shift A, add a wind, and I can just rotate it like that, scale it, not scale it, sorry. I make it stronger, so I add more strength to it, and it goes up like that, and add some noise to it, and then that should probably, yeah. So basically, they all would have their own and as you can see, it freaks out again. I don't know why that's happening. Maybe someone can tell me in the comments like what I need to do. Why is it freaking out like that? But yeah, so basically that's how it works. And yeah, right. So as you can see now, they all behave. Oh, wait a sec. Oh man, they all behave as if they are in their own. But oh, this is my wind is a little too strong, so I can take it down a little bit. And I can go to my turbulent display, and then I can probably I turn it up a bit, and then yeah. So basically, this is how it works. And then what if now you want to add more balloons? I would advise that you can. So for instance, let's try. Hopefully my computer doesn't freeze. I'm gonna make this balloon just a little bit smaller, right? And then I am going to um go to the particle system, click the plane that has the particle system, and then I would make it like 20. And then I can go shift A. I can make like a roof or something. So maybe they're floating up, and like this is the a building or something like that. Okay, let's put it here. Where the wind is blowing. So we put it like here. And then we go there, and there, and then Control A. scale, Control A, all transforms. Then we go to collision of physics, and then we go collision, and then yeah, we can play, and then we can see what happens to the balloons as they attempt to freak out. I don't know why Blender is doing this to me. Program is just freaking out. For the past time, it's just I've been just. But yeah, basically that's it. I don't know. It's so buggy. Okay, let me just put this back at where the origin is, and then just go back, and then yeah, this should fix it a bit. Okay, yeah. But yeah, basically that's it, and like you can add a bunch of stuff to it, but I know it's probably a little bit weird, and yeah, again, it just freaked out yourself. I don't know why that is happening, but yeah, it always does this strange thing. I don't know why. Yeah, but basically that's it. And like you see, even though the balloons are freaking out, but that's just the way it works. It'll be better if you do it, like probably spend more time doing it. But yeah, but I don't know why it's doing this nonsense. But yeah, it's just for the past couple of weeks, my Blender has just been doing its own thing, and it's really frustrating me. Yeah, I don't know why it's going inside of the cube. Am I doing something wrong? Why is it going inside of the cube? Okay, I'll just make another cube, scale it up, and then I will just go Control A. I'll just put scale not transforms and see if that fixes it. Basically, it's going to do the same thing, yeah, because it's still there. For some reason, it when it bakes, it just doesn't want to update. It's so weird. It just doesn't want to update. But yeah, basically, yeah, that's how it works. Although it's still not interacting. Gosh. Okay. But yeah, basically that's how you make a bunch of balloons. Well, maybe you'll make a better job than I did. You just spend more time with it. And oh yeah, I didn't add the collision. Stupid. Um, yeah. So like as you do it, then it should. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of working out. But basically, yeah, that's it. So and then too, they would interact. Oh yeah, sorry. There was one step I didn't add. You want to make sure that when you're here in this, you go to the cloth, make sure it's collisions and make it self collisions so that the balloons would interact with each other. So now that when they touch each other, they would actually like interact. So like if this was supposed to touch this, even with the tail, it should depends on how many samples you give it. It should basically deform and it should behave like cloth because it's a cloth actually. And then too, because when you only apply the pressure to this guy, to the head of the balloon, then the tail will be all floppy and stuff. So it should take a lot more time to to cache now. Yeah, so like, as you can see, they're interacting. And you can also, if it's too much, you can turn down the collision distance here too if it's too bad. But I think I know what's this. This is because this guy is a little a bit too strong. But yeah, I don't know why it's behaving. And you saw the one that I did. But yeah, so basically, yeah, that's it. Let me just go here. I turn on the strength. Oops. Turn on the strength a bit. Maybe to like that. And then, yeah. So basically, that's it, yeah. Oh, it's still doing it. Oh man. Why does Blender want to embarrass me so much lately? So not cool. It's so not cool. It's so not cool. Okay, so if that's giving problems, I can go into the cloth and I just turn down my distance a bit and then see if that fixes why it's doing its little word. Yeah, so you see, just turn on the distance and that should fix a bunch of it if it's giving you the issue that I just had, sorry. Yeah, so you see like all the balloons, they're hitting each other and then they're bouncing off each other, etc. And like if the tails are supposed to touch, then yeah. So basically that's it. And if it is that you want this to, yeah, so basically yeah, that's it. You can probably make it better, but if you just follow the steps, as I said, first you make the balloon, and when you make the balloon, um, any way you want to make it, and then you can go from there. And like if you want to apply color, unfortunately in Eevee, is unable to give you random colors because it's actually still a single object. So maybe using geometry nodes, but I can't use geometry nodes. I still don't understand it. But basically for cycles, you can go into your input. You want to go into geometry, and then you want to go to converter. You want to go color ramp. You plug that into your base color, and you take random per island, and you put that into your factor, and then you just choose your colors here. So you can, oh, come on, you just choose your colors here. So black, you can choose like maybe red, green, yellow. Yeah, and basically what you can do next is you can only in cycles. So like if I was supposed to go to cycles, switch my to GPU, and I was supposed to give a slight render, right? I will get random colors. Yeah, so if you want to make random colors, this is how you will make random colors for each balloon. So you can like, hold on, I know the computer's, oh, it's not freezing. Okay, so this is just it's so simple. This is the setup: geometry, random per island, color ramp. You choose your colors, and then for cycles, it only works for cycles, right? And this is what you got. And if you want to change the tail, you can do the same for the tail of the balloon, and just add the random colors for that as well. So basically, yeah, that's it. This is how it's done. You can make a bunch of balloons, and yeah, if you want to add more, I won't do that because my computer might freeze, and then yeah. So yeah, guys, so that's it. This is a little short tutorial. It may have taken more than I wanted to take, but yeah. So that's it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.